Hello everyone! Welcome to this Sims 3 house renovation video. So today we are going to be working with Americana, which is this house here in Sunset Valley. And I think it's a pretty well-known house in Sunset Valley because, it's a base game house. It's been here in the game for since the beginning. I actually renovated this house a long time ago, I think back in 2014 maybe, so many years ago, about 7 years ago or more, and I'm doing it again. So yeah, this is the house. We can kind of get an idea of what it looks like here. So we saw the outside, the living room, that was the kitchen and dining room, and then this is the main bedroom, and then we're going to jump in and start the renovation here. So this kind of gives you a sense of what we're working with. But yeah, so this house here in Sunset Valley was originally a 2-bedroom and 2-bathroom house, which always to me seemed like a very small amount of bedrooms and bathrooms for what the size of the house looked like, because it looked like a pretty big house. But yeah, only 2 bedrooms. So in the end, I end up expanding it to have 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, although the main kicker here is that I actually barely expand the house. So in fact, I think that, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that the footprint of the first floor of the house is actually smaller than the original, because I actually kind of shift the far wall on the right there where the kitchen is in one, and I don't actually add anything to the outside of the house at all. And then on the second floor, I barely expand it. You can see that balcony right now that's on the second floor there. You can see at the top right, and I kind of enclose that. And then I also add a little bit of kind of bathroom bump out on the other side of the second floor by the back of the house, but that's really it. Only a few tiles of extra space, and the footprint of the house doesn't really change. So, this is kind of the same thing with the last renovation I did, where I took a 1-bedroom house and made it a 2-bedroom house without really expanding it at all. And yeah, this went from a 2-bedroom house to a 4-bedroom house without really expanding it. So, very minimal expansion. So I always just kind of have this thing with the houses that are come with the worlds in The Sims 3, is that the use of space inside is always not the best. Could always easily fit a lot more into these houses than what is included. But this house originally cost 60-something thousand simoleons, so maybe 65,000, and in the end, it's made its way up to about 160,000. So I added at least 100,000 simoleons of value. So it is definitely a more expensive house in the end, of course, as these things tend to go. The original house, actually, what was I going to say? Anyway, well, you can see here I'm kind of changing up the front. Oh yeah, the original house had this front porch thing without a roof, so it was just without a angled roof. It was just a flat roof, and I thought it was kind of ugly, so I removed all of that. Basically, that's kind of where we're at now, and I'm going to kind of split it up into 2 different front porches. So we'll have one on this side of the house here, and there's going to be one on the other side of the house by the front door. So the front door I also move. It was originally on this diagonal portion, so I'm going to change that into this kind of bay window here, which you can see. So I'm just adjusting that, and I do keep the overhang though on the second floor. So I do make it kind of a bay window, and I move the front door over to here. So I'm adding this little porch area on this side, and then I'm going to place the front door on that. So essentially what this does though is, you can see I've made that large entry, because you can see it's a really big entry to the house there on the corner. And since that's no longer the entryway, and oh yeah, right here is where I kind of actually make the house a little bit smaller, so you can see I remove all that there and kind of square off the kitchen. And that's actually, at this point, that's all the changes to the footprint of the house. So you can see right now that I didn't really expand it. I added that, I don't even think I expanded it really. So, I kind of added a bay window by the dining room there, but I feel like it kind of evens out with what I added and what I took away, so it's kind of almost the same. And then on the second floor, you'll see what I do though, and how I expand that. So I was going to add something there, but I ended up putting in this little addition here. You can see it's a 1x5. I do end up expanding it out a bit more, so it becomes a 2x5 expansion. And then I also reclaim that balcony by the main bedroom. So that's kind of the expansion on the second floor. But yeah, so on the first floor though, as I was mentioning earlier, the entryway that is now no longer the entryway actually becomes a formal living room. So that kind of adds a whole extra room to the house on the first floor that wasn't there at all. So, originally there was just one living room, one dining room, one kitchen, and one bathroom, and that was the entire first floor. So now there's going to be a family room, a formal living room, and then I separated the kitchen and dining room into two separate rooms instead of being one room, and there's still a full bathroom as well. And then the second floor went from being 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom to 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And that's all in a very similarly sized area. So anyway, you can see here I'm adding in the stairs. I flipped them around, so they're going the other way now. You can see I split up what was 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom here into these 2 bedrooms. And I added a small bathroom there behind the staircase and that little bump out. And you can see here I've so far reclaimed some of the balcony there for that bedroom. I actually will go all the way and get rid of the rest of the balcony that's there because it looked a little bit strange. And I actually was originally going to have just 3 bedrooms in this house, so only until maybe halfway through or maybe even beyond that is when I actually change it. So I was going to have a really large main bedroom in the house, but when I started furnishing it, I realized that the room was like too big. I didn't think it needed to be that large, and there was actually so much space there that I realized I could fit 2 bedrooms in that space while still maintaining a bathroom there. So I did rearrange it, so you'll see that when we get to it. But anyway, right now the main shape of the house is done. So I mean it's all there. So the main change really on the outside was just removing that porch and moving the front door. So you can see how that kind of has changed the look of the house. I also added a little bit of interest on the right there with the kind of bump out I have on the second floor, and there's a bit of a bay window on the first floor. And I have the porch kind of is in 2 different stages. So there's a shallower part and a deeper part. So you can see that kind of makes a little bit more depth, so it looks a little bit more interesting. And then over here, I'm working on windows. I wasn't entirely sure what window I wanted to use, so I was kind of going through some different options. But one thing I was going to mention earlier, but I couldn't remember back then, is that, I did build this house, or I did renovate this house rather, once before. And when I did it that time, I did it as a base game only thing. That was like 7 years ago now, which is kind of crazy. But I'm not the biggest fan of the renovation I did then. I think it's kind of a little bit ugly now. And so yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun to redo this house again. So this time I kept it a little bit more on style. So that house, when I renovated it, did I make the kitchen even smaller? Oh, look at that. There you go. I made the first floor even smaller there. Made the footprint smaller. So yeah, actually it's possible that the footprint of the house is about the same or maybe even smaller than it was originally. But the reason I actually did that was so I could add a carport, which you'll see me do right here. But yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of the renovation I did on this house 7 years ago. I kind of changed the style quite a bit. I think that time I made it 4 bedrooms as well, but I think I expanded it quite a bit more than I did this time. But yeah, the style was kind of, I don't know, wasn't my favorite. So, I guess at the time I liked it, but now looking back, I'm not the biggest fan. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to redo this house again, because I always thought this house kind of had some potential. So yeah, I kept this one definitely more true to its original kind of style. So it is still yellow. I can maintain the yellow siding and the blue accents. I make the porches and all the window frames and trim blue on the house. And yeah, I actually can't remember if there was blue originally on the outside, but the inside was very blue at least. So I kind of kept that going. I brought that to the outside. And yeah, and I kept the inside very kind of traditional styled. So you'll see that when we get to the furnishing and interior decorating and stuff. But yeah, I thought a house like this should at least have some sort of covered parking area, if not a garage, at least a carport, because it is a fairly large, pretty nice house. So I felt like it would make sense to have some sort of nicer parking spot than just a slab of concrete in the front yard. So I decided to build that carport in over there and kind of integrated it into the house. So I thought that looked kind of nice. And yeah, so this house is definitely not base game, so I do use kind of whatever I want to use with this. So yeah, there's a difference from the original renovation I did. But yeah, here you can see I am incorporating that blue color. So I have the main part of the window is white on the inside, and then like the mullions there are white, but on the outside trim I make blue, and I also add these windows, I believe from Hidden Springs, with the shutters there. So I quite like those windows. I like the windows with shutters, and in The Sims 3, it's like the shutters are always kind of a little bit kind of not so great, because like you either have windows that come with shutters like those ones, or like the shutter object that's in like the curtains thing but it doesn't really fit most of the windows, and yeah, it's just usually not the best looking thing. But I like these ones, they're pretty good. And here you can see I added blue actually on the corner of the siding, so that adds a little bit of an accent there, and it has that very kind of like very iconic yellow color that the original house had. Here I'm just adjusting the chimney. I also added this, actually right now it's a brick, but I do change it to be a stone accent there. That's going to be on the chimney and that front bay window. And then I added a little shed in the backyard, so you'll see we'll get to that later. But anyway, here, here's where I change out the stone, or I change out the brick for stone, because I thought the stone looked a little bit nicer on this house. So just doing that, 'cause I think that brick there is from the original foundation or something. It was from some part of the house, so I kept the gray kind of theme that it had, but I made it a stone because I thought that looked a little bit more fancy. Anyway, here's the new front door area. So you can see I relocated the front door. I think I did that with the last renovation I did too. I put the front door in that same place, but I think it makes a bit more sense, and it's kind of hard with like the angle. When you have a front door on an angled thing, it's kind of hard because you can't put stairs on a diagonal, so it just gets a little bit messy. Right here I cleaned up this little area because I did not like the weird columns that were there, so I just made that look a little bit nicer. And that is the family room, so the not formal living room. So anyway, here just getting in the rest of the siding. The color of this house kind of reminds me of mac and cheese. I don't know why, but well, I do know why because of the color, but it does kind of remind me of mac and cheese. And yeah, here I'm getting in just some doors. So this kind of secondary porch is what connects to the kind of carport area, which you can see, and it does not connect to the other porch on the other side, as you can tell. So yeah, the dining room has a couple doors there that lead out to that front porch, and then there's also a back porch as well. So there's there's a door from the family room and a door from a hallway that leads out to the back porch, and you can also get to the carport from there as well. But anyway, yeah, the original house did not actually have a porch at all at the back. It was just like a little back step, so I added that in because I thought that would be nice to have. So the kitchen here, as you can see, is now separate from the dining room. I did kind of remove the open floor plan because I don't know, I thought it kind of suited like this more traditional house to kind of have these more separate rooms. So essentially, I actually even separated off even more. So you can see right now the entrance is open to that kind of formal living room, but I do actually add a wall and make the entrance a separate space. But you can see there's a hallway here that runs along the back of the house. So that connects the dining room, the family room, the kitchen, and the bathroom all together, and also has the back door in it. So it kind of connects most of the rooms on the first floor together. And you can also get to both the family room and the dining room from the formal living room, because I do have a door that connects them through. So it is kind of, you know, it's easily accessible to get around to all the different rooms down there. Here I'm adding in more windows on the second floor of the house, so just getting those in. There's going to be a few more little additions. I added the second floor a bit later on, but not yet, I suppose. But yeah, and you can see this is one main bedroom there. It's really big, and this is the one I split up into two separate bedrooms, which you'll see. But yeah, so I will be, doing that a little bit later on. Anyways, right here, I'm just putting in some beds in the different rooms just to get a sense of scale. And at the moment here, I thought that the main bedroom was a fine size, but once I came back to it, I decided to change it. But here I'm adding in some color accent to the columns and the different, railing parts. So there's some white, some blue, and also these columns here that hold up the carport roof, and also the railings on the stairs there. And you'll see that I actually bring the blue through to the porches. So originally the blue wood floors were in the bedrooms upstairs, but I decided to bring them outside because I thought that kind of would look kind of cool. So you can see I'm doing that right now, and I'm just adjusting the texture so it has a little bit more texture. It's not just flat. But yeah, so that's the kind of nice blue accent on the outside there on the porches, and I'm going to carry it through to the stairs too, I believe. Although right here I'm going to adjust the siding yet again because you can see that kind of edge color didn't really match. I don't know, it's a little bit annoying how with Crittastyle when you put the same color swatch on like different types of wood, it looks different, So like that siding kind of edge trim was like a different shade of blue from the porch and the window trim, even though it was like the same exact color. So I did adjust it, and I went through and I fixed all of those things, so it looks a little bit nicer now. But yeah, just so because it looked a little bit greenish and that wasn't really great. But anyway, so now I'm doing the stairs. So the stairs are blue as well, changing all those. And yeah, and here I'm going to start a bit on the inside, I believe. So we're just going to start with the family room. And yeah, the entrance family room area is kind of where I begin. And I'm just kind of getting in some wallpaper here. You can see all the floors in the original house were like this bluish gray color. I decided not to do that, so I went with a kind of more wood color, but I did keep the blue on the walls at the bottom there, so you can see the bottom of the wall, like that detail there is blue. And I'm going to have various kind of blue accents in the house, so I think there's like wallpaper with like blue stripes in it and stuff in the entrance way and things like that, so you'll kind of see that as we go along here. But yeah, I kept this flooring though in the living room that had this like detail in the center, and yeah, that's going to be the formal living room. That was the entrance originally though. And I also got in some parquet wood flooring kind of for the rest of the house here. But oh yeah, here's where I do expand that bathroom area, so I added in a bit more space here so I could, I guess, have the hallway be a little bit bigger. So yeah, I think that looks better. And you can see it also gives a little bit of extra space to that bedroom as well. But I'm also going to add at some point a bay window here for what is the bathroom currently, but I do change it to be a separate bedroom. So, but we'll see. I don't know when I do that. Anyway, right now, just rearranging things a little bit. But yeah, so, oh yeah, here I was getting in some layout. I think, yeah, I decided to add a bay window to the bathroom because it looked a little bit too long and narrow. You know, it was a bit strange, though, of course, it doesn't even end up being a bathroom in the end. So, you know, the bay window ended up, there it is. The bay window ended up looking nice in the bedroom that ends up going here. So, yeah, but that was going to be the bathroom, and you can see just how enormous that bedroom is. And, yeah, I thought it was a little bit oversized. Anyway, there's a nice bit of roof there on the bay window. Oh, well, getting it on. There we go. Bit of roofing there on the bay window. And, oh, I guess I'm getting a little bit of furniture in here right now. That's kind of interesting. I don't really come back to this for a while. So, yeah, I was just putting in some, I guess, more preliminary furniture. Anyway, the family room down here, which was the original living room in the house, hasn't changed in size at all. It's still the same exact size. And I also put the laundry actually in the kitchen here, which you can see because there wasn't really a good spot for a laundry room. So I thought, why not just put it in the kitchen? The kitchen's kind of a galley kitchen, as you can see. So it's not really kind of the open kitchen that the original house had, but I did this because, you know, I'm not like, the idea here is not, I'm not renovating the house to be like necessarily fancier, I guess, or like more modern than the original one. It's renovating it to still kind of look like an older traditional house, which is why, as you'll see, the kitchen and bathrooms are not like super fancy or super like new looking. I made them intentionally to look kind of dated because I wanted it to look kind of like an older house. So yeah, I guess the idea was just to make a better version of the original Americana. So keeping it still an old house, but making it like a better old house, if that makes sense. So that was kind of the idea there. But anyway, in the kind of family room area here, we have a nice fireplace, and there's also a chess table, and I will have the family computer be there. I saved this wallpaper here from this original wall that was in the house, and I made that the entrance area. So you'll see that'll be kind of in the small entrance area that ends up developing where the front door is. Right now it's kind of still open. Here we go. I'm just sectioning it off, and I had a second archway there. So, and also a nice window next to the front door, so there's a little bit of light. But yeah, that's the entrance of the house now. So it is just a small 3x3 space, but it has archways that go to the family room and to the formal living room, one on either side. So yeah. The one thing that does bother me a little bit about the layout is how the stairs are like only one tile from the wall there on the first floor, but there wasn't really a better way of getting the stairs in because I thought they worked better this direction than they did the other direction, which was the way the house was originally. So it is kind of, you know, just what it is. But anyway, here we're furnishing the family room area. It's kind of the first room that I tackle here. So yeah, I got a nice bookshelf there. It's a very kind of nice room, still cozy, but, you know, pretty large with a lot of windows on it, which is nice. And, you know, it has a nice door there that leads out to the back porch. So here I'm just getting in, you know, different colors and stuff for the furniture. It is kind of like a blue, gray, cream color scheme in here. Oh, that was interesting there, how all the lighting just changed when I took a break and came back. I always find that interesting how the lighting sometimes changes in the game when you like leave the game. Like if you save, close, and then reopen it another day and come back in, how sometimes the lighting is different. And I don't even notice until like, I put the video clips together and I'm doing the voiceover. I see like all of a sudden all the lighting kind of switches, and it's really confusing to me why that happens, because I don't have any Sims in the world. There's no active household at all, so there's no way for the time of day to change at all. Because this was a new world that I created just for renovating this house. So this is the first thing I'm doing in this like new save file. So there never was an active household, and there isn't. So it is kind of weird how it's not even the time of day changing, just kind of the lighting, the color kind of shifts a bit. Probably just some weird glitch thing with The Sims 3. The lighting kind of does that. I have noticed that like sometimes I will, especially with certain worlds, Sunset Valley usually doesn't really have a problem, but I know with like Appaloosa Plains or like Bridgeport or something with other worlds, like I will load in and like to a save file with no household or anything. The time of day, had never changed, and it'll be like super dark and weird. And it's not like dark like nighttime dark. It's like dark like looks like some sort of glitch. And then I like exit and I go back to the main menu without saving, and then load back into the same file, and it'll be better. So I think it's just some weird thing like that where the lighting like just decides to change just for no reason. But anyway, you probably didn't even notice that if I hadn't like gone down that whole rant about it, because it was very minor. But anyway, you can see here the family room is almost done, or this kind of bonus room. Not really a bonus room, I guess, more casual living room. Yeah, it's almost done here. So I've got a stereo, which is cool, and you're getting in some plants there for a little bit of greenery, and another one right there as well. And yeah, some little details there on the coffee table. But yeah, that's where the home computer is. So there is no office or like dedicated office in this house. So you have the kind of home computer there. There's also a second computer, I think, in one of the kids' rooms upstairs, I believe. But yeah, that's kind of like, I guess, like the home general computer there. And getting a lamp there, taking my time to get the color just right. And just a few more little details, but I think this is pretty much it for this room. So yeah, that's the kind of bonus family room, living room, second living room, whatever you want to call it. So this is the entrance to the house now. So it's actually kind of funny. It's right where the bathroom used to be. So this is the exact spot and size of the original first floor bathroom. It was a 3x3 room right here. And basically I just shifted the bathroom like behind it where the hallway used to be, because there used to be a hallway where that bathroom is right now. And that's because, the entrance was on the corner and you could just go past the bathroom into the living room. So yeah, now though, that entrance is no longer the entrance, and it is now the formal living room. So again, it's the same size as the entrance was originally, and this kind of goes to show how much of a waste of space that original entrance was, being this like huge room. So yeah, now I was able to make a room with a grand piano in it and a couple couches. So yeah, so the piano kind of goes in the corner there, and I got a couple couches in here, and I thought it was kind of a nice formal room to have that piano. Also, there's like a chandelier there, and you have like this nice corner view onto the street there, so you can see it right on the corner with all these windows. So I thought it was kind of a nice kind of front room for the house to have. And you can see I kept the blue kind of color scheme going in here. So actually, do I change that wallpaper? I'm not entirely sure, but if I change that, I don't think so. So it has the same kind of wallpaper as the other living room. So you can see it's got that blue accent on it. I got the blue curtains on the walls here. And here I'm recoloring the seat there on the piano. But yeah, also getting in a plant, of course. It's always nice to have a little plant and a little buddy for the plants. There's a smaller one there. And yeah, also getting a rug here. So, it's kind of making it a simple formal living room. There's not really too much to do in this room, I guess, besides play the piano. There's no TV or anything or any other skill building things, just the piano. So it's more just a decorative formal living room because, in real life, a lot of people don't use their formal living rooms at all. It's just kind of there, maybe for like special occasions. So I feel like that's kind of like what this room is for as well. You can tell it's not really a very commonly used room in the house, but yeah. And of course, got the yellow horse there on this side table by the windows. And yeah, so pretty nice. I think that's pretty much it though for this room. Nothing too crazy in here. And yeah, then we have the hallway that I made that kind of runs down the back of the house, which I'm going to get some wallpaper in here. And yeah, we got the blue in here as well. So actually all the walls in the hallway are blue. So look at that. And yeah, a lot of blue, as I mentioned, a lot of blue accents and stuff. We've got a nice rug there that kind of goes in the hallway, and a mirror, so that's nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the hallway. Pretty simple. Now we're going to move on to the downstairs bathroom. So the downstairs bathroom is actually a full bathroom because it has that bathtub there. And these are all the original things from the bathroom. I just moved them over into this room, but I do kind of change it up here. So getting in a kind of different tile floor is actually brick, but I made it look like tile. I imagine it's tile. And yeah, I went with blue, of course, for all the fixtures in here. And of course you have the clawfoot tub, which is what makes this a full bathroom, even though there's no shower, which would be kind of inconvenient, but it is the ground floor bathroom. So, the bathrooms upstairs do have showers. And yeah, so just getting in some stuff in here. Got the paper towel, or the hand towel, and we got the toilet paper and a little rug. Anyway, that's the bathroom. This is the dining room, which is in the same place pretty much as the original dining room. It just used to be one room with the kitchen, but now it's not. And it has a door there, as you can see, which goes through to the formal living room. And it also has an archway that leads to the hallway, which connects to the bathroom and the family room. And there's also the back door there. There's also the doors off the dining room to the front. And you have a nice archway there to the kitchen. There's also a door from the kitchen to the hallway as well. So kind of a lot of different ways to get around through the house. But anyway, here just getting in, all the furniture in here. The dining room is actually a pink kind of color, which I thought would be nice. It would kind of complement, I thought, the blue. So it's kind of got this very light, very desaturated kind of pink color. And then getting in the rug here as well. Got a nice china cabinet. And you have this nice set or row of windows there that kind of faces the street, getting some curtains on them. And I also put a bit of art and a little chair in the corner, which you'll see. Also a nice plant there as well, so that's cool. But just recoloring that, make it kind of match the color scheme. And I'm looking for something to go in the corner. I do put a little chair, an armchair, so we'll just see that. There it is. So, I guess it's like you can sit there if you want. I don't know why, but it's there. Anyway, so that is pretty much the dining room. The kitchen here is pretty small, but it's actually not that bad. As you can see, it's like a decent amount of space. And I have the original counters here that were in the kitchen before. And actually all the stuff in here is from the original kitchen pretty much. So I'm just recoloring the wood on them, but I did adjust the tile slightly. I made the tile more blue than green. So you can kind of see that blue accent carries over to the countertop there. And I changed the flooring. The flooring was originally this kind of very reddish color. I kind of made it more of like this brown, this like goldenish brown that kind of went with the countertops. And so that was kind of what I was thinking there. Or actually, no, I made it more desaturated. So there you go. Anyway, the washer and dryer is in here because there wasn't really a great place for a separate laundry room. And I went with kind of this dark gray for all the appliances. And I got this wallpaper here, which has the matching tile at the top, just like the original house had, and the same kind of yellow color the original kitchen had. So, I'm keeping little bits and pieces here and there from the house before. And I got these little weird curtain thingies on the windows, a little bit of a mat there on the floor in front of the sink, which I thought would be nice to have. So just recoloring that. And then also going to get in some small details and things in here as well. So like a little bit of laundry stuff there in the corner, some hand soap, and probably paper towels. I guess we'll see. Who knows? There's a trash can there, which is nice. So we've got a little trash can, a little phone there on the wall. Oh, a dishwasher as well. That's good to have. And a microwave. And I think that's pretty much the kitchen. Probably going to get a curtain in there. Yep. And yeah, there you go. So I think it's actually the whole first floor. So we're going to move on now to the second floor. So yeah, the new landing here is kind of all different because the stairs used to go the other way. So the landing is the opposite side, the second floor now. And yeah, this is the main bedroom. And I'm just kind of getting a different wood flooring here for the bedrooms. I thought the parquet was maybe a little bit too fancy. So this is the original wallpaper from this bedroom. So I kind of kept it, just made some slight adjustment there, but yeah, it's still the same. And here's probably where I'm contemplating splitting it up into 2 bedrooms. So that's what I'm going to do right now, I think. So, maybe a fireplace. No, let's see. Oh, a TV. Okay, I guess not yet, but I will. I will split it up into 2 bedrooms pretty soon. And yeah, but I first thought I would try to make this 1 bedroom, but you can just tell it's like such a big room that it was going to have a fair amount of empty space. And of course, I'm not saying that rooms of this size don't exist in real life. Of course they do. I just feel like it doesn't look the best when you have an oversized room and there's just like a lot of empty space in it. I feel like it tends to look better when the rooms are more more consistently sized and a little bit, not oversized. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I was going for like a very blue color scheme in this room. Of course. So I got that blue and cream going on. I got the Tiffany lamps in here. I thought that would be nice. And I'm recoloring the curtains blue, of course. What would you expect from this house? What else could you expect? Yeah. So got the blue curtains in. And what's happening now? I don't really know. Looking for something though. And I think now is when I'm going to change it up. Yeah. So here we're going to get out the wall tool. And I ended up moving the bathroom into that 3x3, well, it will become bigger, but what is now that 3x3 room there. And I used, so you'll just see what happens here. I shift the bathroom over, and I do, of course, make refinements from this original variation here because this bathroom became too small now. But I thought it would be nice to have a nice bedroom there where the bay window is. So you can see here, just doing a bunch of reshuffling around, getting in different doors here. And yeah, so you can see right now that closet is 2x2. I make it 2x1 and get the bathroom a little bit more space. So yeah, here we go. So now the bathroom can breathe a little bit better. And that bedroom kind of has this like cool, almost like octagon. Is that an octagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, it is an octagon, or it would be if it was filled in, but it kind of gives it this octagonal vibe, as you can tell, where that bay window kind of is shaping kind of part of an octagon there, which I thought was cool. So yeah, I did have a little bit of trouble with the bathroom, but I figured it out. I ended up just having to remove a bunch of those windows so I could put the shower in the corner. But yeah, that's the bathroom now. It goes there. And now we have a fourth bedroom. So, I thought that was even better use of space because the main bedroom is still very large. You still have plenty of space in there, but you also got a second bedroom, or a fourth bedroom rather, out of that same space. Anyway, I don't know what I was doing here. I was like, maybe I'll connect the dormer to this like window at the front corner, but I decided not to do that. I did end up leaving a little bit of a wall segment though in front of the window just so you don't see like all the insides of the roof and stuff through it. Anyway, there's the bed in that bedroom. That roof was so annoying because you can see with the kind of turret roof there, it doesn't actually cut out the roof underneath. So you can see the roof through the windows inside the house. But then if I used a gable roof, it cut out too much of the roof. So I was like, whatever. I left the turret roof in. Anyway, here we are with the first bedroom of the house that we're going to finish up. This bedroom is in the idea I had, I guess, was for this to be a guest bedroom. So it's got a 4-poster bed though, which is kind of cool. And it's got that corner view out from the corner of the lot there. You can see looking out over the street. And yeah, getting in some lamps here and recoloring the nightstands. And I don't know actually how much of this was taken from the bedroom that was here originally. You can see I actually did keep that pattern though on the wallpaper. So like that, whatever that pattern is at the bottom of the wallpaper, that was from the original bedroom. And one kind of cool side effect of this room being on diagonal is it actually looks like the floor is on a diagonal when of course the floor is not, it's just the room, but it is kind of cool. And this room is actually almost fully diagonal as you can tell. So that's kind of cool. It's always kind of interesting to work with diagonal rooms. So you can see here, that's what this room is. But getting in some curtains, of course, I use pretty much the same curtains throughout the whole house, just because usually once I have a curtain that I like, I just use it. So just getting those in, they're blue. Yeah, this room is like blue and cream, I guess. It's kind of the color scheme here. And then it has a closet. All the bedrooms have closets. I always like to include that. It couldn't fit like the clothes rack because of the shape, so I just put some shelves in it, and that was pretty much it. So it is a little bit, different than most of the closets I include, but yeah, it's still got a closet, so that's cool. Anyway, let's see what's next. I think it's going to be the bathroom. So this is the upstairs bathroom. That's not the main one or the ensuite. So this one's the hallway bathroom for the 3 bedrooms, upstairs to use. And then the, main bedroom has an ensuite. So yeah, this one has a tub shower combo. Got your sink and your toilet, of course, one little window. And it's kind of got this off-white tile look throughout the whole bathroom with the tiled walls, tile floor. And then it's kind of that same stone on the counter. It's kind of all got the same vibe. And then you have off-white kind of on the bathtub and toilet. So it's kind of all just a very creamy off-white sort of thing. And then you got a bit of green there on the towels for a little bit of an accent color, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much this bathroom. I'm going to get in a mirror though, which is nice, and a little rug on the floor, and I'll also get in a curtain. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the bathroom there. And let's see what's next. Let's see. I think I'm going to do the main bedroom. We'll see. Well, it's almost done, but there's a bit more to do. Yeah, so the ensuite bathroom here, as you can see, is now relocated, and I kind of kept this same tile. As you can see, this tile that's in the bathroom on the walls is from what was the original upstairs bathroom, actually, which you'll see in the screenshots at the end. I'll have some before and after stuff, so you'll see. And also the color, I think, of the bathtub is original too. I think that is the same color the bathtub was originally, so I kind of carried that over. I kind of carried the same color onto the floor there. And this one is actually kind of fun because the floor in this room is actually diagonal, but the room is not. So that's kind of fun. You have the kind of fun looking diagonal flooring, but yeah, getting the towels in here and stuff. And it's a pretty good sized bathroom. Obviously it's the biggest bathroom in the house. So that's nice. And you can see this bedroom here, despite now being much smaller than the original bedroom that I was working with, is still definitely pretty big. It's still the biggest bedroom in the house. So, definitely, I think a better use of space to have this area split into 2 bedrooms. But anyway, right now I'm just getting in a few small details and stuff just to kind of finish off this room. So yeah, and then I'm going to do the closet as well. So this is the closet right here. Getting in the clothes rack there, which isn't really the most easily accessible because of the orientation of the closet, but don't worry about it. And then this is the addition, the newest addition, the 4th bedroom here. So this bedroom in my mind was kind of like a teen's room. That was kind of the idea. So here I'm just, recoloring it. And yeah, you have that nice bay window. The bed kind of faces it, which I thought was pretty cool. And it kind of has a nice overlook to the backyard and also the back of the city hall, which is probably not the nicest view, but it is what it is. And here, just getting in a little lamp. I also got a floor lamp on this side because there wasn't room for another nightstand. And I'm also going to get in some posters there. So you can see a lot of posters on the wall. And this room kind of has, I don't even know what color I would describe. I guess it's an off-white, kind of grayish color on the walls there, but it's kind of like diamond kind of shape. And there's the closet. So got a closet in here as well. And yeah, I think that's mostly it. It's not too much going on. It's not a huge room, as you can tell, but getting in some curtains there on that bay window. And I think I get a beanbag chair in as well and some other stuff. So you'll see that. But oh yeah, there's the beanbag chair. And there's some decorations and things as well, I believe. But yeah, pretty simple. I'm going to change the rug here because I think that was just a copied rug from downstairs. But kind of got a space-themed rug there, which is kind of fun. Oh yeah, a nice stereo as well for some music. And then a little stuffed animal. But yep, that's that room. This is the last bedroom now I'm going to work on here. So this is also going to be like a kid's room. And you can see the tile on the wall there because that's where the original bathroom was on the 2nd floor. So it's now this bedroom here. And it's kind of got a gray color scheme to it pretty much. Got a couple windows there by the bed. And this has a small bed in it, just a single bed. But it also has room for a desk because of that. So, I use a single bed and a small dresser so I could fit in a desk in this room. And there's your little nightstand there, which kind of matches the bed, even though they're actually from different packs. The bed is base game and that nightstand is Generations, but they kind of match quite a bit, which is kind of fun. And then the dresser is also from Generations, which also kind of matches all the other furniture. And then I got a little mirror there and some posters on the walls, of course. Always good to have that in kids' rooms and stuff. And so just kind of doing that right now. I was looking for some poster to go right there, but I don't think. Oh, actually, I did put that one. And then I got the desk in here. So it's the desk. I think it's from University Life, but it also kind of matched the furniture. And then I have a laptop in here. So this is where the 2nd computer is in the house. And then I'm going to get actually some fun little shelving units in. So I have a nice little shelf there over the desk. And I got this little kind of shelving unit with some books in it that I put by the bed. So I thought that was kind of fun too. So that's right there. And yeah, I'm going to get in some small decor items as well. A lamp, some pencils and pad of paper on the desk. I also got a plant in the corner. Well, another little plant there and some Kleenex and just a variety of little things, some clothes there, and then also a rug. But yeah, that's the last bedroom in the house. I think that's actually the last room in the house to do. So I think the rest of the stuff we're going to be doing here, but before the end, is going to be the outside work. So like kind of finalizing the exterior of the house and all that kind of stuff. That light gave me a little bit of a headache. It didn't really want to go in place there. But yeah, and yeah, so I think that's pretty much the house on the inside. I don't really know what else I was looking at there, but recoloring the shelving unit there in the closet. But anyway, now we're going to move on to the outside of the house here and get some of that stuff going on. Or actually, I'm going to finish in that little dormer first, just so I guess it looks nice from outside. There's a little light in there too. And there's that wall segment I was talking about that kind of blocks the view of the inside of the roof, that window. Yeah, so let's see here. I do add a nice like patio out the back. I'm recoloring the fence right now though, because I didn't like the color of the fence. Oh yeah, I did fence in the backyard. I guess that's another thing I didn't mention. So yeah, the original house did not have a fenced in backyard, but I decided to fence it in. I thought it would be nice. I had a car here in the driveway. That probably definitely added a fair amount to the value of the house. And yeah, here I am going to add in the patio out the back. So I used the original brick patio that was there, and I'm just expanding it so it's quite a bit bigger. So I was able to fit out some like lounge chairs and a fire pit and a grill, which is nice. So all of that is going to be out here. And I also continued the pathway along to where the gate is, so you can get in, the backyard from the driveway there, and adjusted some of the plants. So yeah, I'm going to do some landscaping here. I kept some of the original landscaping, but added more to it, and also added some more trees and stuff. Of course, I always like to have some nice foliage. Also, the shed, of course, is an addition as well. Let's add a little bit more detail there to the back of the lot. So there's your grill, there's your fire pit, and there's your lounge chairs. So it's definitely adding some more stuff going on in the backyard. I also put in a swing set as well. So I don't remember what the original house had, but I don't think there was really much going on in the backyard. So getting in all that kind of stuff, which is pretty nice. And yeah, there's your swing set as well. So it adds a little bit more fun in the backyard. I also colored these chairs blue, of course, got to keep on theme. So that kind of matches the blue that's on the house. And here just adjusting some of that terrain paint, getting in some more trees. And I'm also going to do the shed a little bit later on, I think, just in a few moments, but getting in some more plants and stuff, just things around the whole house here, some shrubs and some flowers and just things like that, some ferns, it's always good to have. Getting in some more stuff here around by the front door area. I got a couple little nice bushes to go on either side of the stairs, which I thought was nice. And there's the mailbox there. I kept the same walkway that was there in the original house, that same kind of paver walkway that kind of matches the sidewalk in the world. So I kept that and just added basically just some more bushes and stuff to the landscaping than what was originally there. I also neatened it up a little bit because the terrain paint looked a bit messy from all my work that I was doing. But yeah, just getting in some more bushes and stuff here. So just kind of working around the carport area and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, in a few minutes, actually in about just a minute, we're going to move into the screenshots. So I hope you stick around for those. I'm going to have some before screenshots at the beginning, and then we'll move into the after screenshots so you can kind of see how the transformation looks in the end. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this video thus far. I hope you stick around for the screenshots. Right now I'm adding in some terrain paint. It's always kind of a good kind of finishing touch for the landscaping. I always think it's important to have a bit of dirt terrain paint because it definitely grounds the house and all the landscaping a bit more. It makes it look quite a bit more realistic. So basically that's what I'm doing right now. Also added some dirt by the door to the shed and underneath the swing set and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think that all kind of helps make look a little bit better, a little bit more realistic. But yeah, we're going to do the shed. The shed is pretty simple. It's just got a workbench in it from Ambitions. So if your Sims want to do crafting and that kind of stuff or whatever it is, inventing, I guess, they can do that in the shed. So yeah, because the house doesn't have a garage or anything like that, I thought that would be kind of a good place to put something like that. And that's pretty much all that's in there though. So it's kind of like a little workshop, I guess. But yes, I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing and, leave a comment with your feedback below if you want. But yeah, and you can check out more videos like this on my channel as well. So anyway, we're going to move into the screenshots here in just a few seconds. I hope you enjoy those, and I hope that you enjoy this video. Hope you have a great day. See you next time.